very curious about whether you have known of a woman in history, or you know of a woman in history that you think has been overlooked, that you think should be more prominent in the history books.
Sure. So Matilda Joslyn Gage was written out of history by both men and women. She wrote the history of women's suffrage with Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony, and was one of their contemporaries, spoke with them all of the time. Yet at the end of her life, she threw her lot in with the Native Americans and with queer people, and became very controversial for her advocating for women's rights across the racial and sexuality spheres. And so she was for a long time not known. Then a wonderful woman named Sally Roche Wagner discovered her papers in history and actually bought her home in Fayetteville, New York, and turned it into the Matilda Joslyn Gage Foundation, which will share her legacy of advocating for both race and sex rights at the same time.
So, as I recall, she was also the mother-in-law of L. Frank Baum. And for those of us who are Wizard of Oz fans and freaks, it's good to know that many of her ideas actually made their way into the Wizard of Oz. So the Wizard of Oz books hold an opportunity for us to reread them.
Yes.
Through that lens.
Yes. Actually, yes. So she was the inspiration behind Dorothy, a strong young woman who said, "This is not exactly my home. I'm going to be strong enough to explore it," and gave him a lot of his feminist ideas. She was also one of the first American feminists to speak out against domestic and international sex trafficking, which was a feminist issue that was ignored from her time period of the first wave until the second wave, and her words still resonate today on the issue of sex trafficking.